they must bow. I mean, all the Igbo politicians, they must actually understand that all the glitters are not gold. Nigeria hates you all. See Inspector General of Police to be based on merit, based on his tone, rank and file. Let me tell you, very soon, very soon, Omahe will understand. TINUBU must surely disappoint him, trash him, make him useless and irrelevant as he has done it to other able-bodied Igbo elites. Let me tell you, Omahe is not compared to, nothing to compare to Mba, the kind of commitment Mba has given into police industry. Think about others like Ngige regretted. Think about Yejrika, he regretted. Stop taking part in Igbo political leadership. They don't love you. Think about what happened to Akunyili. Dora Akunyili, professor. He gave his best to that establishment. Director General NAFDAC. This woman was spied. They murdered him. Federal government of Nigeria. Not allegedly. We were obvious she suffered for cancer because of the truth he told of Yaradua's demise. Yaradua's death was made open by this outspoken, modest, moral-driven Igbo woman. Many of you will later understand first. This Benjamin KANU that was running his mouth on social media, supporting Nigeria, supporting APC government, he will later regret his life. Let me tell you, MAZI or Jews of KANU is not left out. He's not left out. The chief whip in the house. He must regret. The so-called Joey Bokwe, the so-called Udene Ijele, they must all regret it. Look at the city boys. They shall all be regretted because EFCC will come after them. Nigeria system does not love Igbo man. Look at Obi Kubana, the billionaire, supporting this regime, a regime that has turned against the Igbos. Let me tell you, Kubana, chief priest, T Billion, Obi Kubana, all of them, they must surely regret because later this system, the same system that trashed Frank Mba, who is now singing all praises for MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. Rejoice, MAZI Nnamdi Kanu is the only clear leader, the only strong leader, the only modest leader Igbo has ever heard after Ojukwu. Let me tell you, it is no regret that Bianca Ono, who worked hard with Peter Mba, the governor of Enugu State, to make sure that Simon Ekpa is dismembered, roasted and barbecue. Ekeji, Simon Ekpa Mesuya, if not that God is with him, they shall all regret. I'm telling you, Bianca Ono will regret herself. She shouldn't have accepted that position, whether an ambassadorial award or minister of what? External affairs, foreign minister. Let me tell you, it's all rubbish. Trash. Dustbin, because they will later trash Bianca Ono. And Bianca, remember, Ojukwu spirit will still worry you and worry you and worry you. So, let me just, make an abrupt halt here until when I come again, because it's too late. Very early in the morning, it's almost 3. My viewers, you are wonderful. Take it into your head, Nebo onye Igbo. Unu is no more maka Nigeria. Lucian Oluike for building up in advancement of technology and science. Republic of Biafra or United States of Biafra. Indigenous people of Igbo land, we must live forever. We are the black Jews and let us pray hard. The kind of support Israel is giving us this time and how everything is working in favor of Biafra emancipation and MAZI Nnamdi Kanu struggle. Frank Mba has become an anointed, repented son of the Igbos. He's lamenting, singing praises for MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you for watching. I still remain Mr. Raf, aka Raf Tresvant. Let me tell you, I love you all that are my viewers. Please share this information among all your WhatsApp contacts. And remember to do what I tell you. Go to your Facebook, go to my wall, Raphael Mbechi. Just Raphael Mbechi, write it on your Facebook search bar. You are going to see it on my wall. Mba is singing another tune in favor of MAZI Nnamdi Kanu. Thank you so much. Share, like, hit the notification bell, follow me, and subscribe from my channel. Thank you so much. God bless you all. Yeah, another one, just like my good friend has always been singing in the United States of America. Another one, you know, I want every Igbo man to pay attention to my analysis tonight. You know what? DIG of Police, Deputy Inspector General of Police, has tendered his resignation. The man or the person I mean here is Frank Mba Onyibo. Onyibo served Nigeria throughout the regime or administration of Muhammadu Buhari, has tendered his resignation letter. Do you know what happened? It is his own turn, his rank and file, you know. It is his own turn to become Inspector General of Police. A designation on merit, competence, and service of his dear country, Nigeria. Hana say na anyị bụ ofu Nigeria ka anyị bụ. Mana olugozu turn ya no ka emezie nye Inspector General of Police due to the fact na ọ bụ onye Igbo. Onye isi na-achị Nigeria bụ Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Unu ma onye ọ bụ, ofuru Igbo simi, ofuru Igbo n'anya. He has no love, no iota of love or emotional feeling for the Igbos upon the resilience, stringent resilience of the Igbos to serve in various categories in this country, both in his administration and the previous administration. They serve so tacitly, but still they don't consider the hard work, the resilience, the perseverance of these Igbo, politicians. Frank Mba was the spokesperson of the police throughout the regime of Muhammadu Buhari, whose administration just expired 2023. Straight 8 years, Frank Mba worked in the police industry with such perseverance, devotion, determination, and resilience, even competence, additional. You know what? It was his turn to become Inspector General of Police of Federal Republic of Nigeria. But what happened? Ndị Igbo genu ntị. Frank Mba was sidelined, neglected, refused to make Inspector General of Police his own constitutional right. You know what? It was given to a Yoruba man. Why? Not on merit, not based on rank and file. This our dear Igbo brother is above Tunde Disu. Baba Tunde Disu is the current Inspector General of Police right now. I heard he's senior in the police hierarchy, in the police ranking. But the entire country, political system of this zoo, Republic of Zoo, made a Yoruba man Inspector General of Police. I heard he's Igbo senior in rank and file. You know what? I just woke up to make this analysis because I want our Igbo brothers to brace it up that Igbo is generally hated in Nigeria. Don't be worried or surprised of what Benjamin Kalu, the Deputy Speaker in the House of representative is saying. Alan Apuya, because he's now ranting that Igbo is not marginalized. He was ranting then that Igbo was not marginalized, that he is among the decision maker in this current administration. He's among the decision maker. What kind of decision maker is that? Where he is a member of APC, trying to play the role of errand boy to Bola Ahmed Tinubu, who hates his brother Frank Mba by, giving a post, a position, a designation that is supposed to be for Frank Mba, an Igbo man. Do you know why I just make this analysis, this content? It's because Frank Mba has risen up to understand the yearning, the preaching, the agitation, the prophecy and prediction of MAZI and KANU. Frank Mba said he has been hearing people saying that Nnamdi Kanu said that if an Igbo man serves in any category in the administration and previous administration and the oncoming one, that the Nigerian nation will never accept him. He now understands that any Igbo man that serves Nigeria will go back home in chain. Frank Mba is now lamenting that he is tending, his resignation letter because he has been, sidelined, cheated, neglected, abused, rejected by Nigerian system as usual. He said, look at Bola Ahmed Tinubu. I have now begun to understand that Bola Ahmed Tinubu does not like Igbo man. He is highly tribalized, by sidelining him, making his inferior officer Inspector General of Police. I heard him. He is now crying foul like a fox, grass cutter, wild dog, entrapped, caught by the trap. On a busy akwa na-eti mkpu ndị Igbo na-ege m ntị ka anyị malụ n'ife. Unu echezokwana na onwere onye Igbo nọ na this regime administration Tinubu a furu Igbo n'anya. Na ihe nkịta a ịdị ọhịa na-akpọcha Soludo na-eme na-akpaghalị onwe ya n'ala Igbo. I just say can make this my content both Igbo, both Pidgin English and the English language, so that ndị Igbo anyị ga-aghọta ihe anyị na-eme. Ọgwụ anyị na-anọ now bụ ka Biafra nwere onwe. Frank Mba has accepted what KANU has been preaching in the past. He confessed that he has never, both in the past and the present, believed on Radio Biafra broadcast. He said, but he has now begun to understand what MAZI and KANU was saying in the past. He said, I believe him. I have accepted MAZI and KANU's prediction, prophecy, and the Radio Biafra broadcast. Mba has actually braced up the reality that KANU is not a small boy, as they always hinted in the past and present. You know what happened? He was sidelined, he was, neglected and looked down upon by Bola Ahmed Tinubu. This was a man who was playing errand boy, in the police industry, supporting and working for Nigeria, turning his back on his brothers in the southeastern Nigeria. They actually regarded Ipob as a terror, while Ipob is doing the right thing to uphold the dignity of Igbo man. Frank Mba has begun to understand. He's learning the hard way. He has begun to learn the hard way. See, let me tell you. Another agba uchinti na agha esu until ofiananya. Onye na echinti na afuzo. Frank Mba afugonu. Emegonu disu tunde. IG of police. I heard the Igbo man who is the latest man in the position of that, category, appointment. Frank Mba should have been, I don't know whether I understand my English, the current Nigerian Inspector General of Police. But this Yoruba president actually did it, what? Sideline him, trash him, neglect him. booted him and bolted him out of that exalted position and gave it to his brother. That is Yoruba man for you. They don't like you, Igbos. Nigeria is not your country. Now Frank Mba has said it by himself. Please, I want you to confirm one thing. If you know if what I'm saying is good, if what I'm saying is a natural truism, reality, a fact, please Google on your Facebook search bar Frank Mba crying foul or resigning, alleging that TINUBU sidelined him, thereby accepting MAZI and the KANU's preaching in the past and the present. You know why? He's now accepting Biafra. This is a great victory for Biafra, and I'm going to write my own headline in a way that you, all Igbo brothers of mine, should be attracted to listen and watch my video. Watch my video and go and screw it on the Facebook search bar or YouTube search bar. You will actually understand what I'm saying. Then again, all of you that are on Twitter and Instagram, please Google Frank Mba's ex, the former Nigerian police spokesperson who worked how many years in Lagos State so competently and effectively. He has now been sidelined by TINUBU administration, which has made a Yoruba man a head Igbo man, whose position is fitted to grab this highly exalted, honorable position. A disgraced that is method for Igbo man who served Nigeria with all alacrity and dynamism to get good result. You know, we are very good stuff. We are very, very intelligent, tribe. He did it so competently, just as Ihejuka served in the army, where he almost defeated, not almost defeated, he brought down the Boko Haram insurgents and fought them to full stop until good Lord Jonathan resign here or retire Ihejuka, the brightest military officer in the world. He won it as an award. I am Ralph, I'm not a history blind man. Go and Google it. Ihejuka won it. Forbes rating company, Guinness Book of Record, no. Hobbs and Bloomberg and other social media giants like Google, like Forbes, like Transparency International, they actually decorated Ihejuka as the brightest military officer in Africa, if not in the world then. But Jonathan foolishly, stupidly retired Ihejuka for nothing, because the Fulani, the northern elders, were crying foul that Ihejuka was busy by killing their youths in the north. The elders are calling terrorists their youths. The elders in the northern elders are appreciating bandits by employing Gumi as an evangelist of doom, promoting bandits and still warning federal government under the supervision of Bola Ahmed Tinubu to negotiate with bandits. What is he selling out to the people to buy? That bandits should be rehabilitated or reintegrated into our system by giving them amnesty, paying them, sending them to school. Religion, Emebiela, Nigeria. Religious bigotry has destroyed Nigeria. Look at foreigners, Fulani that migrated from Senegambia, Mali, Burkina Faso, Sudan, Yemen, Arab, are now in control of this country. Deceiving Igbo man into believing that Nigeria is one Nigeria. We are not one Nigeria. Ana m asụ Igbo ka ndị Igbo na-efolo mụ na my analysis. Abụrụ m onye ọcha nke nna bụ onye America. Let me tell you, Britain has succeeded on making Fulani the first class citizen of Nigeria, simply because the UK is a criminal country that are abusing, milking all their colonies of their natural resources, especially Nigeria is number one. Look at our oil and gas, our crude oil. Britain has been stealing our crude oil even before the time of independence and Nigerian Biafra Civil War. Oil exploration that began exactly 1959. Britain started reaping it, thereby making Fulani first-class citizen, advising them to take arms, to work in the Nigerian military, control the police industry and all the armed forces in Nigeria, so that other tribes should bend low before Fulani. Bush dwellers, people that are just specialized on rearing livestock. Ewu kahana chibun the Fulani. The Fulani na China na gal ni more here. Britain, a first class citizen in Nigeria because they have low mentality. More low mentality stricken Saduana and a man are ahead. You that read with many, having many master's degrees, vertical rearers in the bush that are using stick to train their animals are ahead you. Britain, God will punish you. God Almighty, God of Israel, will punish you. Let me tell you, Mba has begun to get sense. Isi Adugo Mba Oyi Frank Mba, Inspector General of Police to be, but rejected by the system due to the fact that he is a black Jew. Now Frank Mba is hailing KANU that he has begun to understand why the young man was preaching on radio Biafra, UK, Hausa service, Igbo service, everywhere in Africa and entire globe. This is an eye-opener. So Biafra, rejoice. You are gaining support both abroad and home. Frank Mba has started to dance to the tune of Biafra emancipation. Is that not victory for us? Let us celebrate, alas, and let us make merriment. One of us stolen by this system, Federal Republic of Nigeria, he worked in several categories, has now come home. Isi Ajuani Oyu, all resign ago, he has tendered his resignation letter saying now that he has known that TINUBU does not love Igbo. After many years of service, he dedicated to this fatherland. Wow, what a patriotic act, actually exhibited by that young man, Frank Mba, the current most recruited police officer in Nigeria, is belittled, depreciated, reduced to zero. Now, wow, Nibu, tetene nola, Joy Bokwe, tetene nola. Come on, Joy Bokwe, you should brace up the fact that later in your days to come, you will regret turning your back on Igbo nation. All the southeastern governors except Alex Oti. Remember, Cheta, later in your days, all ye governors of southeastern Nigeria, you will begin to understand and blame yourself for ever fighting against Igbo. What the cause KANU is fighting. Later, Chinwoka Echichi, MAZI NNAMDI KANU ya mweze Igbo. He's not even interested to be a Biafran president. No. All our sisters tribe in the south, divided by Fulani, turn them against us. They will later understand the cause. We, the people of southeastern Nigeria, are fighting for. I mean the